Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Wind Rose. What are your feet doing there? Well, I'm looking at the next problem. So let me take you along. This is the hydraulic pump that operates the dagger board. And it leaks because if I use it and if I pump there, that in Dutch we say kering pops out. And now comes the fun part, boys and girls. This is what having a boat means. You sail with it, you break something. You break it, you need to fix it. And if it's the first time, you sometimes have a clue and you sometimes don't. And in this particular case, I have a clue, because what if I could just get this thing out, which seems to be locked in place on the bottom side. So I guess popping this off should do the trick. But then the question is, will it come off? And that is the difference between a 5-minute job and a couple of days job. A 5-minute job, well, I can tell you it can go wrong in a lot of ways. And it always starts with seeing if you can kind of untangle the nut before you really have to cut it out. It ain't coming off with a screwdriver, what I initially thought. But then looking at it, it also doesn't have any marks except for what I put on it. And I kind of felt in there and it does seem to be hollow. So what if this is a screw? That would greatly help if this is a screw. That appears to be an imbus. And there's another one there, it seems. Let's look at that a little bit better. Oh, that's amazing. Ooh, that might be very helpful. This is quite exciting. Oh, it fits. Oh, it fits. Does it actually mean that this can come off? Oh, Harry. You are the best, man. You are the best. Harry! Oh, I love it. That is such a nice solution. And I was looking at this. Oh, wow. That's a pretty lengthy bolt. Oh, wow. I was looking at this and I kind of saw that it was made on a turning table. And now I understand why. Oh, Harry, jongen. Yeah, man. Oh, I love it. I love this boat. And I love this solution. Dank je, Harry. Top, man. Because now I can get this out, hopefully without too much leakage, and push in a new one. Oh, 5-minute job instead of a 5-day job, getting everything out. Oh, I love it. So let's hope this is not going to be messy. But what I noticed is that if I put pressure on this, the seal comes out nicely and evenly, actually. There it is. There it is. One seal. I first have to find the number. Okay, here's the seal. There is a number on it. So let's make a picture of it. So I can actually read the number. Yes, reading glasses. Besides reading the number with me reading glasses, which I actually really needed, I also measured the thing and I found that the dimensions are actually the product code, which I thought was pretty smart. And maybe oil filter companies should take an example in that, because to me it makes perfect sense. Anyway, let's move on and see if the ordered new seals will actually fit. Alrighty dighty do. We have another package to go. There we go. A rather big box. But it came with 5 liters of oil, which will be enough for the rest of my life, I think. But, well, anyway. All right, we need to put in the new gearing. I have it here with a nice seal. To push it, I have this dop, which fits exactly on it. So I just have to put pressure on it. But how do you do that? Well, with a hout clamp and some Heineken. So together I can kind of push this one that way and then it should lock in place. Obviously that's the theory. Let's see what happens in practice. So there we have it. Added an additional moertje, the washer and the new oil seal. So this works rather smooth. And the good news is that when it pushes out, it pushes against this, and instead of giving way in one end, it now has blocks on 2 ends, which should make sure that it doesn't run away. At least there's a counter force to it. So I repressed it once more. It should be okay now. A 5-minute job that, well, something about half an hour, but at least not a 5-day job, and I didn't have to get everything out. I really like that about this boat. Most of the things are rather simple, and if there is a problem, you can fix a part instead of getting the whole thing apart, which I think is really good. So happy with that. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, or if you want to know more, hit subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment or you have an opinion, feel free to drop it in below. Love to see it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next time, where we are going to look into radar reflector systems. Ooh. Happy with the results. Now it's time for a cup of coffee.